to set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
AKAPAD. Here we go. I love these episodes. Things that are amazing, great, maybe the best in class, that are forgotten. Just say it with me. That are forgotten. You know we're rocking and rolling with the Wizard of Oz content. You guys know how I love to drill into the crevices of all of this stuff. I consider Wizard of Oz, and I said this during our last Wizard of Oz run, which was Wicked Part 1 around that time. This exploration of everything Oz has proven to me that this is the premier fictional universe. It's one of the first, and it's certainly one of the best. I think this is more vast. You can do more with this than Dracula, Frankenstein, Superman, Batman. And you might say to yourself, well, Pete, come on. Because here's the thing. The world of Oz, the way that the magic works and the logic about it, technically, you can put all of these interpretations together and build this giant Oz multiverse. You can. It's no big deal. You would accept it. And I don't see any other franchise this consistent with their interpretations. Tin Man, 2001, starring Zoe Deschanel as DG. This is our Dorothy analog. Alan Cumming, Neil McDonough, Rachel Dreyfuss, Kathleen Robertson, who is the hottest of all the Oz villains, the hottest one you will ever see. Alan Cumming plays Glitch, the man with no brain. He's the Scarecrow analog. Neil McDonough, he's a Clint Eastwood cowboy. I think I saw that described on Wikipedia. I think is a perfect description. He's the Tin Man. His backstory alone, when they discover him essentially in the torture chamber. He saw his whole wife. Like, his backstory in the first episode is amazing. This is the best we've seen of the Munchkins. And the Munchkins are essentially Ewoks. And DG ends up in the Ewok prison. It's almost... there's a scene in the first episode where it's almost like a missing scene from Return of the Jedi. If you ever imagine Princess Leia hanging out with the Ewoks, trying to negotiate her release. We have that scene. The Munchkins are fantastic. This is not a literal interpretation of Oz. This is taking the ideas and the logic of the world that we see in Oz and the original books and the original context of it all, and it's reskinning it and it's making it cooler than a cucumber. For the Sci-Fi Channel in 2007, 3 episodes, $20 million spent. All the money came back. This was a big deal. This was heralded. This, still to this day, I consider this one of the greatest TV miniseries of any kind. On cable, on Netflix, on network television. This is there. When it comes to science fiction, this is one of the top of science fiction. This hits the top of nearly every single category. This is one of the best casts you will see. One of the best big ideas you will see. They promoted this thing. It executed. It landed. I remember when this came out. And I always regretted not watching it through. I'm so happy I do these deep dives because now, and thank you, Amazon Prime, I'm able to experience the show. Now, guys, we talk about what's forgotten. No one talks about this show now. This is why we're all AKAPADers. This is why we're all film buffers. That is why this show is so important. Hopefully to you, if I'm reaching you, you stop what you're doing. You Google this. You look it up. What you'll find, even if you go into Google Images, you'll see a lot of the yellow and golden thumbnails. They reskinned this show for DVD releases and for streaming thumbnails to make it look like it's this like edgier Oz like version of Oz, which it is, but it doesn't have the colors of Oz. This is we can maybe consider this a reboot, but it's a boiled down, realistic version that doesn't pull in anything from the MGM musical. And for a while, that was a major sticking point. I think just as a collective, we're past the MGM musical being the centerpiece of these interpretations. Tin Man, I think, is one of the best out there. I'm upset. I'm a little bit pissed off. No one talks about it. I hate it sometimes when I discover things and I dig around. And even for this, I had to remind myself that this was actually a thing. This was a pretty big DVD release too at one time. AKAPAD, there's a little bit of a short one today. I did take a couple takes on this. I think this is my third recording, trying to get the essence of what I wanted to say down. Tin Man, 2007, Sci-Fi Network, available right now on Amazon. The best Wizard of Oz interpretation you will find. 3 episodes, put the time into it. I think Wikipedia says 270 minutes long. It's worth it. Fantastic ending. And I'm shocked we never got a novel sequel or a comic book sequel or even a follow-up. Because I think this series ends in such, and here we go, magical place. You want to see what happens next, and that's rare.
Okay, that's a wrap.